All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Night Live Show. I'm your host, Bruce Beal, and on tonight's episode, we are going to take a close look at the latest attraction at Disney's Hollywood Studios, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So this attraction closed or opened right before the parks closed. So I thought tonight would be a great time to kind of talk about this attraction, watch a ride through together, and just have a fun discussion about this latest, very fun attraction. Um, and make sure you stay tuned at the end of the show because at the end of the show, we will announce the winner of the Disney Face Covering Giveaway. So this is the 407 and Beyond Vacation live show. The live show and all of our other content is brought to you by 407 and Beyond Vacation Company, Disney and Universal experts who help plan your family's perfect vacation. So all you have to do is show up, have fun, and create family memories. As always, our services are completely free to you. Visit us on the web at www.407vacations.com. All right, let's see who is in the chat box tonight. Rachel is here. Rachel, good to have you. Hope you are having a good week. It is good to see you in the chat box tonight. Casey and Lydia are here. Both of them say hey to Rachel. Casey, Lydia, thanks for being in the chat box tonight. I am looking forward to tonight's discussion on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'll tell you what, try to say that 4 times fast. It is not easy. So tonight we are going to enjoy watching a POV together. We'll talk about how this ride started, when it opened, which ride it replaced, and everything else. So really looking forward to that. Before we get into the attraction, I did want to ask if anyone during the Emmys last night saw the premiere trailer for the latest Disney Plus series, WandaVision. I saw this last night. I was watching the Emmys, and this came on from Marvel during a commercial break, and I was excited. I didn't know this was in the works, and so when I saw the trailer for this, I was really excited. I didn't know if it was a movie or a TV series, if it was going to be in theaters or coming to Disney Plus. It seems like it's going to be a series on Disney Plus. If you guys have more up-to-date or detailed information on WandaVision than I do, please make sure you share it in the chat box. But I just thought that it was a surprise to me, but it had me really excited. They brought back the actors. It looks like they take place. The series takes place in a series of time periods, and so I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about that. So if you have more details, make sure you share it. In regards to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Casey he just wrote it for the first time not too long ago. Casey, how did you like it? If I don't want to spoil any surprises on my end, but if you liked it as half as much as me, we're going to have a fun conversation tonight because I absolutely love this ride. Okay, so Casey says, yes, the name and imagery threw me off at first, but it looks super intriguing. I hope it impacts the plot of the MCU universe. I didn't have to say the Marvel Cinematic Universe in some way or another. I do too. There are not too many series that link together like MCU does, and to be able to transfer that to Disney Plus and do it in terms of a show, I think would be really impressive. So I'm really looking forward to this. And again, like I said, I didn't know this was coming. So this was just a huge surprise to me last night, and I'm really excited. And while we're talking about the Emmys last night, huge night for one of my favorite shows, Schitt's Creek. They won like all of the awards for a comedy series and actor and actress. So a big congratulations to them. I was super excited. I was posting about it on my Facebook page. So it was just a fun night overall. So Lydia says, OMG, I can't wait for WandaVision. Even though they haven't released the plot, I love that the movie actors are in this series. I totally agree. And I like the balance of being in the movies and now being a series on Disney Plus. I think that's going to be a lot of fun and something to tune in, weekly when that's released. So, Really looking forward to that, the WandaVision series. All right, well, tonight's main topic is, of course, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Going to talk about a little bit of an overview, and then watch the ride through together. So, a little background on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It has taken the place of the Great Movie Ride, which closed on August 13th, 2017. And this attraction now occupies Hollywood Studios' Chinese Theater. So it is the main marquee as you enter into the parks and walk down Hollywood Boulevard, which Hollywood Boulevard is one of my favorite places at a Disney park. There's something just so nostalgic about Hollywood Boulevard and then turning on Sunset Boulevard. But looking down with all of the old shops and everything, and then the Chinese Theater at the end, and now that the Chinese Theater actually has an attraction in it again, just makes it that much more exciting. And if this attraction had only been, just an okay attraction, it would still have been great to have an attraction back at that marquee location. But the fact that this attraction is a great addition to the park just makes it that much more exciting. So it has taken the place of inside the Chinese Theater, taken the place of the Great Movie Ride, yeah. So not many guests have actually ridden this attraction because it premiered and had a grand opening just weeks before the parks closed due to COVID-19. So it's not technically new, still in its first year, but it did open up over half a year ago. But because not too many people have ridden it, we still consider it a new attraction. It's under a year old, and the parks were closed for 3 or 4 months. So you can see the marquee up close. It is really cool at night when it's lit up with all the neon lights. Casey says, Runaway was amazing, really fun, and no motion sickness. That is a big deal for Casey. He does get motion sickness, I know. And it's good to know that that you rode this and didn't get sick, because that'll help clients and those watching when they go and they get to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for the first time, that they can depend on that they won't get motion sickness. Lydia Leah says, it is super cute. I was pleasantly surprised. And Jan K says, can't wait to ride this. It is so adorable, and the technology is amazing. I'm going to get to the technology here in a minute, but it really is amazing. You actually feel like you are dumped in the Mickey and Minnie's short cartoon. So, in fact, let's just get to the Disney description of this attraction right now. So, with that said, on Disney's website, it says, burst into Mickey and Minnie's world. The darling duo are taking a leisurely drive to a picnic in their sporty roadster, with Engineer Goofy's train following merrily along. Plot twist, you get to go too. Climb aboard a runaway railway and embark on a whirlwind ride through a world where the rules of physics don't apply. Prepare for unexpected twists, slapstick gags, and mind-boggling transformations at every turn as Mickey and Minnie try to save the day. There's no telling where this train is heading. This is an adventure for Mickey and Minnie fans of all ages. Based on the recent award-winning Mickey Mouse cartoon shorts, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is a brand new attraction unique to Walt Disney World Resort and Disney's Hollywood Studios, and the first ride at any Disney park worldwide that stars Mickey Mouse and friends. So, Disney's Hollywood Studios has a lot of Star Wars. It has Toy Story Land, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster. It is just so nice to have a ride that's dedicated to Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and their friends. And like I said, it's a great addition to the park, but we'll get into that here in a second. Let's check the chat box. Elizabeth says, I would now say it is in my top 5 favorite rides right now. Elizabeth, is that in any park? Because that is a big statement for sure. The rules of physics don't apply. When we watch the ride through, you'll see that the rule of physics will not apply in this ride. And there is a point in this attraction which you'll see here in a minute where you're like, wow, how did they do that? How did they make it feel that way? And how did they do that last scene? Which I won't spoil that quite yet. Casey says, I also really enjoyed the animation style throughout the ride. I think that's actually one of my favorite parts, that and the music. the animation style, the Imagineers, I think outdid themselves. You know, unfortunately, there are some Disney fans who made this ride a little bit controversial, that they didn't like it, bring back the great movie ride. But as Walt always said, you know, the park is not a museum. It's always going to be evolving, always going to have innovation. And in fact, Walt loved trains. And this photo is in the queue, post-ride actually, in this attraction. And Walt loved trains, had a love of trains, had one in his backyard. Trains are kind of a staple of Walt Disney World property, and so it's only fitting that Hollywood Studios have an attraction that is train-based and Mickey and Minnie Mouse based. So as you walk through the queue is pretty cool. Excuse me. The queue is pretty cool. Right now it is modified due to health and safety measures because of COVID-19. But you do watch a pre-show on this screen, and there's an explosion in the scene here, and it opens up this hole in the wall where you go and finish out your time walking through the queue. So just more immersion and more technology based, which I say I'm a huge fan of. So I will be quiet. Let's watch the ride POV ride through together. I did take this video. We'll talk about this video, and then make sure in the comment section you tell me what your favorite parts were and whether or not you think this is a good addition, and if you are excited to take your family on this attraction. So let's go ahead and watch that now. And if you're not careful, this song will absolutely get stuck in your head. It did for me. I rode this 3 times, and each time I got off, this song stuck in my head. I think it's a great song, but I had to stop it here because you will be singing it after this ride through.
Hey, Minnie, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh no! I must have hit that track switch! This is all my fault! Oh no! Get in the train, Kitty! Let's get that runaway train!
So I'll stop it right there real quick. I don't know if my audio was on the first time I chimed in. All I was saying was that the music will get stuck in your head. It is a super cute song. It fits the ride perfectly. And as you see the car in front of us, this is a trackless ride system. So we are not on a track. This is not a train of ride vehicles. It is actually a trackless system, and each ride vehicle is its own separate thing.
Chance!
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls!
There they are! Oh, we'll be right back!
So there's a lot of effects going on to make you feel like you are in the cartoon.
We have to stop them before they go over the balancing so beautifully together. Now, let's countdown!
There's a switch. Wait.
And you can see at this part here of the attraction how slow it seems like we are moving towards the screen. That's because every couple feet it was stopping, like we were on this conveyor belt, which just the ride vehicle itself is part of the immersion. So we have the screens, we have the music, we have the sound effects, but the car moving as well. And in that scene where we're in the water and you go over the waterfalls, that ride vehicle lifts you up to make you feel like you are going over that waterfall. So this is just a ride of total immersion.
Well, that concludes my guided tour. Hope you had a relaxing ride around the park. And thanks for sticking with me. Hey, picnickers! Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
This entire since we ended the video, my mute button's been on, so pardon me. So Rachel says it's crazy. Lydia says she can't read lips. Lydia, I apologize. Rachel says it's crazy how good it looks. It literally looks like you are in the cartoon. I want to ride it so bad. I cannot recommend this ride enough, especially if you have little ones. They don't have to be Mickey and Minnie fans to actually get a huge kick out of this ride. So yeah, Lydia says she can't read lips. How come, Lydia? And that we can't hear. I hope that issue is fixed. Somebody confirm with me in the chat box that the audio is back. So Rachel says she wished that she could read lips too. Guys, I am sorry. Confirm with me that the audio is back. Everyone's, the audio's off. The audio's off. All right, guys, confirm with me that we're back on. I don't want to keep going if the audio is not back. Okay, it's fixed. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. you guys you don't want to hear me talk anymore. You want to watch that ride POV again. So she says, I love how clueless Goofy is about the trains detaching. It is funny because there is that screen on the very front of the train where Goofy's looking out the back. And he goes one way, and all of the train cars go the other way. And so it is a really fun beginning. Yeah, no, Rachel, it wasn't just you. It was my audio not working, so I apologize for that, but I'm glad it's back on. Casey says, all good. Thank you, Casey. Rachel says, my daughter is 7. She's a huge Mickey and Minnie fan. I think she'll love it. I don't know how she couldn't, Rachel. Your entire family will enjoy this attraction. It is an attraction for all ages. It is a classic Disney dark ride. It is considered 2.5D, so you don't wear 3D glasses for this attraction. It is just naturally has that 3D effect. So they consider 2.5D. There are no height restrictions, so any height can ride on this attraction. And as you just saw with the ride through, it is about 4.5 minutes long, a little bit longer than that. And as I was saying in the video, it is a trackless ride system. So that seems to be the new wave of ride vehicles at Disney. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, coming to Epcot's World Showcase France Pavilion, will be that trackless ride system as well. So different than some of the other dark rides over like at the Magic Kingdom per se that are on tracks. So that really allows this ride to kind of do those motions, as I was saying earlier about the jackhammer scene or over the water scene as the boat tips. So again, great, no height restrictions. It is fun for the whole family. And as I was saying, that song definitely catches, gets stuck in your head all day long after your ride. Casey says, with Hollywood Studios being my new favorite park, it's definitely going to be on my must-do. Well, Casey, here's what I was going to say about that was a couple months ago, we did a Monday Night Live show where I did a countdown of my top 5 Hollywood Studios attractions. And that was before I was able to include Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway into consideration in my top 5. Well, Casey, let me tell you that I'm going to have to redo that list because Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway deserves to be in my top 5, and it will be in my top 5. Where? I'm not sure yet. I don't think it's going to knock off, Galaxy's Edge, Rise of the Resistance, and rides like that. But it's definitely going to appear in my top 5 list. I think this is a great addition to Disney's Hollywood Studios. I think it's a great addition that it's Mickey and Minnie themed with all of the other intellectual properties in that park. So Rachel, I'm excited for you and your daughters to ride that attraction. I think you're going to love it, and you're going to have to let us know what you think of it after you ride it. Casey says, can't wait for Remy. Yeah, me neither. We need a date on when that's going to be released. We were just there. We posted some photos of the construction site where the attraction is going, and they are making big progress. So I'm really looking forward to that addition in World Showcase. So, okay. All right, well, that is everything I have on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I have said that way too many times. It's not rolling off the tongue, that's for sure. So with that, I want to announce the winner of the Disney face covering competition that we had on Facebook. We posted this at the beginning of last week, and all anyone had to do to enter the contest was tag a friend in the post. And the winner of this Disney face covering giveaway is Lynn Allen. So Lynn, congratulations. You are the winner of the Disney face mask giveaway. So please make sure to reach out to us in a private message with where we can send your new face coverings. And if you didn't win tonight, don't be too disappointed. Make sure to check our Facebook page out for more ways to win other Disney face coverings. And a little bit of a heads up, they may or may not be Halloween themed this next batch. So make sure you follow our Facebook page to learn how to win those. And we will be posting that competition in the coming weeks. So again, the winner of this giveaway is Lynn Allen. Lynn, I will contact you. Congratulations on winning, and make sure that you send us in a private message where we can send those. So to finish up the show, Lydia says, rides I'm excited for. All these rides I'm excited for. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, a lot of construction going on right now at Walt Disney World. But when it is done, there's going to be so many fun things to do. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, and hey, Susan is joining us. She loves Remy. Susan, we were just talking about the Remy attraction coming to World Showcase and how that is a trackless ride system just like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So she says, sorry I was late. No problem. Better late than never, Susan. It was good to see you, and I hope that you are doing well. If you want to watch the ride-through again of this attraction or some of the other attractions at Walt Disney World, visit our YouTube channel at 407 and Beyond Vacation Co. Excuse me. And there we have in-park vlogs and ride POVs of various attractions. So if you want to rewatch this one, or you want to watch some of the others that we have, including Rise of the Resistance. So if you have not seen a ride-through of Rise of the Resistance, make sure you head on over to our YouTube channel to check that out. So guys, with that, that is tonight's show. That is the overview of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I appreciate you joining. I hope you guys have a safe, good week, and be on the lookout for our Thursday podcast that will be released on Facebook and YouTube. And always, if you like this content, please like, comment, and share. By liking and sharing and subscribing to our content, it helps us as a small business and vacation company bring you these Disney ride POVs, live shows, and podcasts. So liking and sharing is how you can pay us back and help us out. So we would really appreciate that. And please share us on your Facebook page and invite some friends to the shows and have them take a look at our channel, because as always, the more Disney and Universal fans, the merrier, and the more that's in the chat box, the more fun that we can have. So real quick, Susan says, when does Remy open? We don't have a date yet. We know it's delayed a little bit, but we do not have a date yet. But we are really excited for when that is released. So all right, guys, that is it. Thanks a lot for joining. We appreciate it. Please have a good week, and we will see you next time. Take care.